I'm here in the suburbs of Chicago in Illinois, and with me is Pastor Andres Flores, who is the senior pastor of the Epic Church in Chicago, but also the pastor of this church plant here. Describe what we're standing in here, Pastor.
Well, we're standing at Yorktown Mall. This is a mall right in the center of the city of Lombard in DuPage County here in the state of Illinois. We're about 25 to 30 minutes from the city of Chicago. And this is a church plant that was born out of the original church, Epic Church in the city of Chicago.
So you planted a church in Chicago, but you weren't content with just growing that church. You had a vision for planting other spaces, and this is the first one. And this is Chicago suburbs, right?
Correct,
Yeah.
correct.
So how did you start here?
Well, we started with a vision to multiply churches that are disciple-making churches. So we started with developing a core group of people that were passionate about planting other churches in the Chicagoland area, and God provided a very strong group to start with a new church plant and incubate a new core group. And this is exactly what is happening right now.
Wonderful. So let's just walk through here and you can describe what we're seeing. This is quite a nice space here. You've got, how many people are coming on Sabbath afternoons now?
You know, we may have an average of 45 to 55 people.
Wow.
In the incubation process, and we are going to launch the church publicly in the month of October.
Fantastic. But the thing that really intrigues me is as we walk outside of this space, we come into something which is very unusual. Describe what this is here.
Well, we are right now in, again, as I said, we are in a storefront. We are renting. God provided a storefront here in the Yorktown Mall. So our vision was not only to do church for us, we wanted to have an outreach, a very strong outreach and incarnational presence in the community.
So basically, using the terminology that I understand, this is a center of influence because you are connecting the church to the community.
Exactly. So this is an interface, it's a relational environment that serves as an interface for us to connect with people in the community through art and music and creativity. It is a space where people can belong, and then as they belong, they come to believe as well.
Fantastic. So rather than expecting people to walk into a church, and it's going to be very difficult for many people, you actually have an opportunity here where you can put Christ's method into practice, you can mingle, you can connect with people.
Exactly, exactly. And the point of this is that as we invite people to create art, they feel safe, they come with their families, and here we are ready to start conversations with them. And once we mingle with them, once we start conversations with them, many of them start developing a relationship with us. We initiate a relationship with them, and we show them the hope that we have, the faith that we have, and they feel safe to do that in the context of this relational environment.
Fantastic. So what are the activities that take place here in the art space?
We do a lot of activities that all of them have to do either with art, even music, and relationships. But we have a really strong ministry through art with pottery, painting, all sorts of creative activities here for the entire community, crafts, and so on and so forth. It's really beautiful.
Wonderful. So this is not only open here on Sabbath, but it's also open at various times during the week?
It is. So we open the art space throughout the week for different people to come here, connect. We invite different groups from the community. We like to partner with different schools, with different places, different groups that are really interested in bringing their children here. But what that does is that it allows us to build bridges with people in the community. We are one more presence in the community. We're not coming in as an outsider now. We have built credibility, and what I really like about this concept is that it's not short-term credibility, it's longer-term credibility. Yes. That allows us to really be here without them feeling that we're trying to gain something for them. Instead, we're trying to give them something that they can be blessed with.
Fantastic. That's so important that you're not seen as an outsider coming in, but you're actually someone in the community caring for the community.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly.
Now, before you were telling me the story of a family from another religion, can you just briefly tell that story again of how this little boy's life has been touched?
Yes, absolutely. This is a family just from a different religious background, and The little boy is a beautiful boy. He's autistic. And again, they do not belong to our denomination or to our Christian faith, but the beauty of it is that through the relational environment, this boy, he is blind, and he got curious because of the music that the praise team was practicing. He came into the art space, into the worship center, and he asked one of the praise leaders if he could sing with them, and she said yes. Now, the beautiful thing about this is that in the middle of the song, he asked the question, "Who is God? Tell me about this God of yours." And she started to unpack the beauty of God and who is He. And then the following week, even his family came into the worship space as well. And we have a really strong relationship with them right now.
So this little boy, he's blind, he's autistic, he was in the art space, he was drawn to the music, and he asked whether he could join the singers.
Yes,
And then during the singing, he asked, "Who is God?"
exactly.
That is a beautiful story. Now, the other dimension of that I really, really like is that the person he asked was not yet a baptized Seventh-day Adventist. She's participating, and she was the one who told him about God.
That's correct. That's correct.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And they have developed a relationship, sustain a relationship with that family. And I think that would have never happened in a traditional evangelistic setting. That took place in an open relational setting such as the art space.
So, as you said earlier, you're providing a context where they can start to feel it as if they're home, as if they're belonging, and that then provides a space for them to start believing.
Exactly.
Wonderful. Viewers at home, what a terrific idea this is, right? In the heart of a shopping mall. I mean, if this was a church plant just out on a street somewhere, you would not have many people coming past, particularly here in the suburbs. But here you have a shopping mall, you have a busy children's playground right here, and a space where people can come, where they can find community. It's an opportunity for Adventist believers to mingle with people in the public, and we're starting to see how lives are being touched. Pastor Andres, thank you so much for sharing with us today. And please pray for Epic, the church that's now operating in downtown Chicago, the plant here in the suburbs, that God will continue to bless and grow this wonderful ministry.